Now, is this recorded at all, Raj?
So we are live on the Raj podcast after a while due to a few issues, but it's great to be back on. And we have a special guest, Rustie MacDonald, here today with us, who's done lots of stuff. She's worn lots of hats, from being speaker, author, someone who's empowered people, and obviously she's had lots of experiences herself regarding her own life. On that, first of all, how are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you today?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Thank you. You've done lots of stuff, and it's a bit of a difficult to say where to start from with yourself because you've done lots of stuff. But and also you've released a book. You've released books as well. One book which was an upcoming book. Has a book released? It's called
No, not yet. We were interrupted by a very large hurricane that destroyed everything that we had. So it's rebuilding, and this summer I'm picking it back up where I left off. So had to take a break.
That is a book about the truth about poverty, is it?
Poverty, yeah. It's I think the universe was just telling me that what's happening now economically across the board needs to be also addressed. So it seems poverty is becoming a bigger issue, and it's very unfortunate because it's something that's very preventable.
So did you have any insurance to cover you for those losses and stuff?
The fun part about insurance is they find ways not to cover you. You pay for it, but they find ways not to cover you. So my insurance company only covered me partially because there's a little tiny sentence somewhere in the millions of pages of legalese that wind-driven rain is not covered. Now, my friends, what is a hurricane? So instead of using the term hurricane, they chose wind-driven rain. And so that's what they proclaimed was the damage, and they did not cover it. It's very sad.
It is, isn't it? Because obviously, one pays for insurance to get covered. So in case something happens, you are fully covered, and then they find kind of a different kind of loopholes not to cover you,
right.
to get any money out. And but they're good at increasing it every year, are they really?
Yep.
And
they're good at definitely making your premiums hard to swallow, and they're very good about not paying you. And so Florida is in this emergency situation where insurance companies are just pulling out, and those insurance companies that are staying are so unaffordable, but the laws require you to have insurance. So no matter what you do, you're out because you can't own a home without insurance, but you can't get insurance because most of the insurance companies either are unaffordable or don't exist anymore. And so it's this, it's like a hamster in a wheel, you just don't win either way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that is so true, isn't it? Really, and what made you become an author? What was the thing which triggered you that okay, I want to write, and I want to.
Actually, I was told not to become an author.
Right.
And so when a woman reached out to me many years ago to co-author a book, that's how that changed for me. It inspired me and gave me a little bit of self-esteem, I guess, to do so. And now we have wonderful tools to help editing, which was really my big fear. So more to come. There's always more to come. You grow and you thrive and you learn and you get out of your own insecurities and make things happen.
Right. Okay. I guess them saying don't become an author that really inspired you. That, okay, I'm going to prove them wrong. I'm going to do it. What I want to do.
I think it came from a point of
Hmm.
what an honor it was that somebody asked me, of all people on this planet, to help co-author a book with, I think it was 30 other women who wrote stories. We all had a chapter. Um,
Right.
and they were beautiful, amazing women, and I'm part of that. That's very humbling for me. It was not something that I ever expected, for sure. So that was I was very proud of that moment, very humbled and me, you know. I think sometimes we don't see what other people see, and so it's nice when they say, "Hey, come join us, come play."
Yeah, absolutely. That definitely is such a great honor, and you've done lots of stuff. You've had experiences yourself about poverty as well. Is that right?
Yes, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on the struggle bus like many other people, and as a full-time
Mm.
single mother, 84% of women in the United States are in poverty, because it's very challenging to get the resources that you need to work. Um,
Right.
and so, again, like with the insurance companies, it's you do this, you can't do that. Uh, Childcare is extraordinarily expensive. It's basically another mortgage. Um, and so if you can't afford childcare and you're not making the wages that you need to make to survive, you're struggling. And it's a system that definitely is not set up for success here in the US.
And they don't do the government or the state do they not like assist you with anything at all or like any
Not like European countries. We're not that advanced. And I
right
say that very poignantly because it's true. We have a system that's set up where rents are astronomical, daycare is astronomical, so you have to make a certain amount to just try to meet those two things. But that amount is higher than what the state will assist you with for the other things like food or electricity, things like that. And that's what keeps people in poverty because you can't live on $25,000 a year with kids. It just doesn't work. I don't even think without kids. Um, Rents on average are $2,300 a month, and the average salary is 27,000. So if you do the math and you have a $500 car payment, which is average, and a $300 insurance payment on that car, which is required by law because the bank requires their asset to be insured, you're looking at $900 out of your paycheck every month just for the privilege of getting back and forth to work. And America is not very graceful about public transportation. I remember when I worked in Belgium, I loved it because public transportation was just part of the nature.
yeah
Here, it's like it's pulling teeth, um, and that makes it even more difficult for someone to balance their personal economy when the external economy is just overwhelming. And we see now in 2026, we see a lot of young folk who can't move out of their parents' house because it's just not affordable. The average wage still in America is $7.25 an hour. The rent is
right
2,300. The math isn't mathing. Um, so there's a precipice of this change that needs to happen. But there are too many people who are invested politically and financially in keeping things the way they are because the immediate gratification of those profits is too huge. Um, and the care is just, it isn't there at all.
yeah absolutely and do you think anything's anything had changed since this the new administration has come into power since last year.
We have definitely seen a surplus of homeless people. We have seen a surplus of rules and provisions that don't allow people to have an opportunity to step up. America is the country where your dreams come true. That's what we're known for. You know, you come here and your dreams come true if you work for it. And so they're making everybody work even harder, but not raising the wages, but living cost is raising exponentially. I think of it as a fishing pole with a carrot at the end, and you're trying to get there, but you're just never going to get there because the pole is going to go further out. And it's very unfortunate. I mean, the amount of homelessness, the amount of people who are suffering unnecessarily is just mind-boggling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. And is that the reason why you decided to become a speaker, and you started, doing? I think you done lots of speaker sessions, and
I do. I
is that
do.
the reason?
I'm in the process of applying for a North Carolina state grant on a new program that I've developed called Lead Forward. And the inspiration behind that is we have, and I'm not sure how it is for you where you are, but here in America, we have a very kind of a dark way of handling our employees, handling people. It's very immediate gratification now, and there's not communication, there's not leadership, there's not an overwhelming presence of self-sufficiency. And so with trauma-based coaching and working in regards to uplifting other people out of their poverty mindset or poverty pocket, either way, Lead Forward's a new program that I'm developing, and I'm hoping to get the grant. It would be really exciting. But it's really geared towards learning what leadership means and how it's not management, and learning how to be calm over reactions. And that's a transition that we desperately need right now because everybody's extraordinarily reactive, especially in the U.S. Every time you turn around, there's some sort of toxic something happening, and we don't really get a break to be calm and breathe and really focus and strategic about what we do every day. So it's exciting, I think. I think it's definitely going to break some barriers with people's interpersonal relationships with not only work, but how they interact in the community. And when we can change a little bit of our community, it spreads like a virus, and it's very exciting, especially if it's positive.
Yeah, and you've got you have a website which I'm just gonna display on here as well. So this is the official website, which is rustie.info, isn't it? And people can get in touch with you on there, and they can book you for sessions regarding the coaching.
Yep, and I'm doing virtual as well as face-to-face. I prefer the one-on-one face or the group face-to-face because I like hugs, and I always get a hug. But if it has to be virtual, that's fine too.
Yeah, I guess they both have the pros and cons. But obviously, if you see somebody in person, that does you can do a different type of coaching, can't you? Really, when you see them face to face. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
On there, so do check it out on Rustie's website, rustie.info. And if you are looking, you need some inspiration, you need some coaching. She has lots of experience, so do check her out on rustie.info. And absolutely, she will. I'm sure she will help you out there. So yeah, absolutely. So there's so you've been very busy. So you live in Florida, is that right?
No, we moved to North Carolina. Okay. So we're now in North Carolina. Yeah, and that's been fun. It's probably one of the most positive experiences I've had in a really long time. Just the culture and the beauty and the museums and the things to do. And I'm a big hiker, so it's been really lovely to clamber onto some mountains and just that beautiful, crisp lakes that are clear, and it's been lovely.
Yeah. So it was that a conscious decision that you wanted to move out of Florida?
So when we lost everything during the hurricane, we were actually in a FEMA trailer. And because of the insurance debacle and because the infrastructure was literally wiped out, it looked like a nuclear bomb went off. It was the largest hurricane we've ever been able to try to measure. And I think it was still bigger than what our system could actually react to. It's going to take years for reconstruction and rebuilding. And my daughter had graduated high school, so we're like, okay, what do we want? We have the whole world. And we decided North Carolina was just going to be kind of a starting point. She likes snow. I like mountains. We both like to kayak. So, it's kind of a middle ground because I could still have my warmth and my beach if I want to. But definitely the mountains. And she had her snow. We got 12 inches the other day. It was crazy. So everybody's happy. We're living and we're thriving, and it's exciting. It's exciting to just be adventurous and say, hey, why not? Got nothing to lose at that point. We lost everything, so might as well.
Exactly. So you've lost everything, and you've like they say, you've weathered the storm.
Yeah, big time.
And everything it has to go back upwards for you now,
Right.
and obviously your family. And so these coaching sessions you do, which are these, is this like your own type of a company which you launched, where you do these coaching sessions?
Yeah, Living and Thriving with Rusty has been in business as a podcaster, an author, a speaker for 12, 13 years.
Right.
And so I had to take a couple of years off because of Ian, which was the hurricane that destroyed everything, to rebuild and land softly in North Carolina. And now I'm gearing back up with a rebrand, new website. I love my website. Michelle did an amazing job. Highly recommend that company. And some new book offerings and new coaching and my new program, Lead Forward. So this year's exciting. Summer's going to be very busy.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be really busy, and you
Yeah.
have been a radio host as well
Yeah,
yeah.
I have a podcast. Again, it's still there. What I did was I actually recorded everything and put it on YouTube so that no matter where you are in life, there's something that's really delightful and a story that can really inspire you from anywhere in the world. So it's on my YouTube channel. And it's great. I've met some like amazing people. I'm sure you do too. Just really interesting, really phenomenal rainmakers in this world, and it gives hope that we will get through whatever it is that we're going through, whether it's personally, economically, politically, socially. There's some pretty amazing people out there, and you just got to reach out and meet them and say hi.
Yeah, exactly. And so you're planning to obviously release this book hopefully very soon. Fingers crossed. Uh,
You read
fingers
my
crossed
mind.
very soon for you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure obviously when and you have released books before as well
Yes, and there's a whole list there should be a list on the website.
on
Again,
the
the
website.
website's new, so there'll be some merch, some books, some PDFs, download worksheets to do some personal introspective work. Um, we're uploading as I have time. It's been a little crazy. It's been exciting, but busy. And I should have a calendar up by the end of next month for upcoming speaking engagements here in the U.S. So
All right. Okay. So don't forget to obviously do check out Rusty's website. And
Yeah.
obviously her book, when it does release, it will be, information will be on her website as well, which obviously is here. We will put the link. So if you're watching this afterwards, we'll put the link afterwards on the video itself as well. So rusty.info. Do check it out and all lots of information on there. And if you want coaching session, do get in touch with Rusty on there. And yeah, absolutely. And I mean, in I don't know. Obviously, UK is obviously different, but obviously we are, obviously, like you said, obviously in America, it, there were struggles in the UK. It's probably similar. The economy is a bit, not quite right. Lots of struggles and stuff with people, and obviously cost of living as
Yeah.
well, which is obviously happening in the UK and a lot of countries.
The UK has a very similar structural imbalance, uh, and it's interesting because um, prospectively, we we think that the UK would have a better handle, and um, I'm often surprised when I look at the statistics over there, going, "That's it's very strange. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up to the stature and history of what you think the UK should." And maybe that's my assumption, but it's very similar with the imbalance.
Yeah, yeah, it is. I think I, well, it's obviously without going too much into the politics side of things because it's a bit of a long story.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that's a different
I
show.
think there has been a struggle. There has been a struggle for a while in the UK, to get the
Yeah,
economy back up and running again in the last few years, and now obviously with the last government coming through, and it's still been a struggle, and I think a lot of people are they're feeling it.
yeah.
They've had to
Well, and I
work
think I think the
double
concept
hours as
when
well.
they decided to go with the euro, I think that was with the intention of trying to balance that a little bit better. And like anything, you try, but um, it's hard to say what would make things better for people without being political or pointing fingers. I think so. It's tough.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. It is. It is. It is one of those. It is one of those things, isn't it? Really. And yeah, so absolutely do check out Rusty's website on there. And do you think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people these days they do need to get empowered? Is it do you think it's a confidence thing which people are lacking?
I'm going to be very blunt.
Hmm.
I think we have systematically created a society that is in constant need for gratification. And I'm
Right.
being polite, but everything's automated. You can't even pump gas without having something talking at you, telling you what to buy, what to get, what you need. And so the consumerism is become the heroin of society. I genuinely, truly believe that all of this fight or flight, need this, need the shiny object, have to have this, buy, has disrupted our natural rhythm, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and has caused more mental illness and more physical, emotional, and spiritual health defects than
Hmm.
ever because we just are not able to focus. We're not able to look and be strategic. Um, and so when we get to a place of fear, which again, the entire world eats fear, it's part of our cranium, it's part of how our brain works. We constantly feel like the saber-toothed tiger is out to get us, and companies profit off that. So if we're in a constant state of fear and cortisol overload, and we're eating really crappy foods, and we don't know anything else. I think learning to be different and learning to hear outside of that noise is very valuable and very important, and the only way we're going to change and turn things around. And that's my personal opinion, but I have a feeling there's some science behind that. So there's some science behind that, and it's unfortunate because we're seeing the way people are trying to, like teapots, when they start steeping and you see the little steam. We're seeing that, but in a very violent and negative way, and we're seeing it in a very racist and dangerous, hurtful way. And I think it's just overload. We as humans are overloaded with consumerism and fight or flight and fear. And if there's anything that I can do for my small remainder of this time surfing on this planet, if I can give somebody an opportunity to feel good about themselves, I'm all for it. And I think more people should do what I do. I would really like to see more people supporting each other rather than, putting people down and blaming and judging and trying to change people. You're just not going to. It's not worth it. It's really a lot of energy that way. So
that's true. That's true, isn't it? We do spend a lot of energy in trying to say, okay, this person's like this and that person's like that, and then obviously we don't even check ourselves, do we really? And other people are thinking probably the same about us as well. Exactly. So absolutely spot on there. Definitely. And like I said, do check out Rustie's website. We will have the link on the video if you're watching this afterwards. Don't forget, we will have lots of charts coming up with some amazing people. Rustie, it's been a pleasure to have you on. First of all, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much. Thank you very much
for staying up late. It's probably late over there. What is it, 8, 9 o'clock?
No, not yet. Actually, it's 6:35 p.m.
Okay, perfect.
So we are, so it's okay at the moment. It's okay. It just in the UK, it gets dark after about 4 o'clock, basically. Because of the winter season at the moment. On there, so that's the only thing which depresses people. Like,
but I tell you, the English have the best sense of humor, so maybe that's why.
Okay. Thank you. Absolutely. So do check out our website. The link will be on the description as well. And if you want a coaching session, do get in touch with her. And obviously, and her socials and everything is on her website. Thank you very much, Rustie, for coming on. You can and if you want to listen to this, it's going to be available very shortly today on all good podcasts where you can listen to it as well. Whether you are driving or anywhere else, you'll be able to listen to it as well.
Are you able to send me the link so I can put it on my social media?
I will send you the link. I will send you the video link on the social media.
Perfect.
Absolutely. We will send that out to you. And if you haven't subscribed to the podcast, then please do subscribe and share and click on the notification. We will be live. We'll be back very, very soon. So hopefully tomorrow, and with some live chats as well this month. So do check us out. And thank you very much, Rustie. And enjoy the rest of the day.
Bye. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye.